Recording in progress.
All right, welcome everybody. We are out in full force this month. We're a little few in numbers in person, but we have some online folks, and we are also recording to the cloud for those that can't make it in person. Welcome to the Poplar Grove Community Council meeting. My name is Daniel Tuutau. I am the chair of the community council here. I'd like to just acknowledge some of the board members we have in the room. If you want to wave, we have Anthony and Karen, Jordan, Dan, April, Autumn. I know it's a, I know Jesus. Autumn, time of year. Um, and great. We use this time as a community council to connect with neighbors as well as organizations here and different programs that want to share and connect with us civically. So to get things rolling, we're going to go ahead and get into some of our agenda items. And we always like to start off with the fire department, though they're not here. So we'll get to our favorite, which is Detective Oliver. We can turn the time over to him.
Here.
Yeah, of course.
I would say fire is my favorite. So
Well, when they're not here, they don't count. So,
sweet. Well, it's been a while. It's been a couple months. And for some reason, our website is down for our crime dashboard as far as monthly, but I do have an ongoing weekly that's up. First off, any questions, concerns you're seeing neighborhood? You guys are all over the place. I swear. Every meeting I'm at now. You're running for mayor. Close. Any questions, concerns? That's great. We are putting a lot more effort in Parkway. I hope you've seen that. We have dedicated officers now to that. We're also starting up a walking squad. So they are going to be walking North Temple. So they'll be on foot all day. So they're going to maintain the 800 West and North Temple area. So you'll see that come online here in the next couple of weeks when we hire the last individual that we're going to hire for that walking, and then we're going to be getting a sergeant for that as well. So that's a positive. Um, just for some stats for this month, and yeah, this is this month, but these are not official until the month's over, because I can't get the last of the months to run. But as of August 25th, which was yesterday, we've seen 3 robberies, 4 aggravated assaults, and 3 DVs. Hey, wow, in this area, so in the Poplar Grove area. So we've had a total of 10 violent offenses. We've had 46 property offenses, with the majority of those being larceny. So a total of 56, which is down from our 3-year average of 81. So we're down 30 plus calls in the Poplar Grove area. That's what we kind of like to see. And if I go to citywide, I can just compare it real quick for you citywide. Maybe. Okay, so citywide, we've seen 112 violent offenses this year. That includes 1 criminal homicide, 24 rapes, 3 robberies, 23 robberies of business, 23 other robberies, 24 aggravated assault, and 37 domestic violence calls in 25 days. So that's 112 property offenses. We've had a total of 496, with the majority of those still being theft, larceny. So that's still down 339 calls over a 3-year average. So knock on wood, we're seeing less crime, but that doesn't mean we can't keep calling it in if you see it. So yeah,
Those stats, they include the larceny that went on relative to the flooding victims. They got broken in, and
up in
now they're squatting on.
up in Rose Park, was that?
No,
This just like a couple weeks ago
well,
during their big storm.
no, the 500 South Main Line break that flooded.
Oh gosh, see, I've been out of it.
oh
Okay, so
my
how
God,
many houses were affected with that?
15,
Okay, and you said there's people
and there are
squatting in those
2
homes now?
basements affected, and so that's trouble.
They've cleared out the houses from
Yeah.
the damage there, and then they're starting to just have potential issues
Okay.
with.
If you're seeing that, I'll get our mitigation officers to check those, and we can also get the city to board it up if they need to be boarded up and they're not becoming a zombie house.
Well, on that note, we discussed that at the West Side Coalition, but on that note, we were looking for any kind of help that those people are having to squat basically on their own properties to keep their stuff from being ripped off. There were some really valuable things ripped off initially, and that freaked everybody in that neighborhood right out. However, it's a sensitive issue because you've got people there that don't really want to be seen, and so it's a trouble. Anyway,
Yeah, I'll actually do
heads
some
up.
research into that and let you,
Okay.
you know,
Someone to maybe tread a little lightly. It's also some of the population get nervous with people stealing stuff. They also maybe get nervous with extra cops around as well.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Okay.
Well, hopefully we're a pro
yeah,
and not they don't see us as a hindrance in
Yeah.
that sense, but I get it. I get it.
Thank you.
And that's literally just a block down kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research while I'm back there. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I got wiped out.
Ricky?
I was kind of like trying to,
It's like again, and they almost said, "Hurry, Oliver!"
I haven't heard from you in a little while, so I'm hoping that's a positive.
No, I mean everything's just
Not what
the same. It'd be great if we could like stop it, but
we're still hitting the library.
yeah, like library's still kind of just. I mean, it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that house that you've mentioned to me is under observation. It's been observed. Well, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I don't hear much once it goes to
Well,
narcotics.
there's like
So-
people going in and out, like off the street. I just sent you the pictures. Like there's like 2 people that are going back and forth. So like it's picking up, but I haven't had any problems. So
Okay.
standard stuff.
Yeah.
Shocking, I know.
great. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
presenting. If you have any questions, he's around. All right. Is that fire department? Awesome. Come on up.
I'm just gonna drop it in and see what's going on.
You always get the first
I do?
slot. Yeah.
Oh, well, my name is Battalion Chief Steve Crandall. I'm new to this district. So normally Engine 6 would be here. They're on a call right now. So I thought I'd just come over and can introduce myself. I'm responsible for the west side of the city now on C Platoon. And I'm happy to be here, and I can give you a little bit of fire department information if you want.
Yeah.
If you had a chance to read the last newsletter from the chief, if you don't, you can get on the fire department website, and that's a monthly newsletter. They really emphasize that the kids going back to school. Here, I'll pull it up for you. That you just kind of help the kids remember, like use crosswalks, right? Stay out of the street. Make sure they kind of know their address and their phone number, all those kind of things, as the kids get separated from their family and their home. And if there's an emergency, then they should know what to do and where to go. So just kind of spend some time training your kids. There's also a snippet on if you have college age kids that are going away to college. Make sure they're prepared as they move out of the home, maybe the first time in their lives, that they have some opportunities to take care of their safety. There are certain websites that the American Red Cross has for emergency and disaster management if you're away from home. So that's a good website and an app for those kids to have. As far as call volume goes in this district, we've had almost 2,000 calls for service to date this year. Just last month in July, we'll get the stats for August coming up here, but for July, there were 83 fire calls in this area, 238 calls for emergency medical services, for a total of 321 calls in the Engine 6 area, the greater Engine 6 area, which is Engine 6 covered. And again, about 2,000 so far to date this year. And that's kind of all I have, and I just want to introduce myself, and hopefully I'll see a little more of it now that I'm assigned to this side of the city. Have any questions for me?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you
I
bet.
really
Thanks.
appreciate that. All right. Starting off strong and rolling through. We'll potentially get done early today. We'll see. I don't think we have representatives here, city council, but we do have mayor's office just in time.
Hi. Hey, you are in August, right? Okay. Hi, everyone. All right, so the most important thing to begin with is the flooding on Emery. Thank you for informing me about the flooding because I met with Daniel on Monday last week. And then things have been progressing from there. Let's see. As far as I know, there were 15 homes that were damaged, or 5 of them are really in poor condition. Or I think there are 4 vacant homes. Public Utilities was on scene Sunday morning. Tuesday morning, there was media present doing a story on that. There was a recovery task force established on Thursday. On Thursday, I was on site and I was talking to every single um, household member on the block where all the five homes were damaged. And I was able to get back their feedback and go back to the city and say, all right, you guys, this is what we need short term. This is what we need long term. And on Friday, they passed out this flood recovery guide to inform residents that if for those who don't have insurance, to file a claim with the city. I think out of 15 homes, 3 families have filed a claim. Some are resistant, some are just still trying to just get through the day, get to work and get their stuff out. I know that there's a family that needs housing, and so I spoke to them today and talking to the city attorney's office in terms of getting them an Airbnb for 10 days or so. I just need to get documentation from the city and submit it to VOAD, which is the Volunteer Organizations Active in Disaster. They have funding, disaster relief funding, and so they're offering the housing. So I'm getting on board with the paperwork tomorrow on that. Alejandro Puig, Councilman Puig was on site on Saturday with volunteers from my hometown, and they helped a lot of residents take out, debris from their basements and, take out a bunch of stuff. I wasn't there because I wasn't informed. It was just really fast moving. I think sustainability was there on Monday, this past Monday, and they will be there again this Friday, I believe. So they were hauling out, stuff that insurance companies were not able to haul out. And so there's 2 layers to that. It's the insurance company for the homeowners, but also the insurance or the response from the city. So that was in place. Any other questions? That's kind of like a quick overview of that, but it's an ongoing process.
Is
Yes.
there gonna be any more opportunities for the community to help them out?
Potentially, yeah. So, the only other update, like Dan Potts had mentioned earlier, the West Side Coalition, which is another local organization, is starting to get involved with the residents as well to help in some other fundraising to help cover, because again, insurance is only going to cover a lot like insurance does the minimum that they have to, right? They're going to cover the lowest price to replace things, which isn't always practical. And so the West Side Coalition will be involved with that as well. And we're still working with the residents to find out if there would be need enough to have those, but we'll try our best to get that word out to the people around if there is a specific day. I know they did have a dedicated day on Saturday where my hometown, one of the organizations here, came out and they did a lot of the hauling of stuff out of some of the houses. But like Alicia said, the homes are not all in the same condition. Like people are all over the place. There's people that have already cleared out the house, people that are still trying to just get their feet under them of what's going on. So there's a lot of different varying levels of need and advancement in recovery steps.
And VOAD is offering also furniture. It's not new, it's, secondhand or slightly used furniture, but they're also offering to provide whatever bedding, anything that they need in the home. So you just reminded me, Daniel, that there are some changes within our office. So our liaison team has someone leaving our office, but staying within the office to take another position. And so I'm going to be the liaison for the entire West Side. So tomorrow, when I speak to city attorney's office along with public utilities, I asked them to update me on the cases for each home in terms of where they are in the insurance claims. And so I'll be informed in terms of what needs are based on the insurance claims, and then we can be in conversation in terms of like what the city is providing and what you all can and what VOAD is providing. I don't know. So there may be an opportunity to volunteer in the future. I'm sure because this is not something that it's long term, right? We're trying to get them back into their homes, but before the winter. So yeah.
Well, we've got a truck, so if anyone needs to do a dump run,
Okay.
we can maybe load
Okay.
up then.
Thank you. Yes.
So where are they at in fixing the sinkhole?
Good question. I have not been informed yet about that, so the status.
They'll be in this all the road few weeks.
I know that when I was on site on Monday, I asked one of the engineers, like, how long will this take to repair and what needs to happen? And they're so technical and I don't have their lingo that I can't explain it to you. But what I do know is that they said that when they identify what path they're going to choose to repair this damage, then it'll take maximum 2 weeks to get the hole covered and repaired and all. But I guess they're still in conversation with UDOT, so I don't know. I can get that,
Well, you do it.
why UDOT? Because UDOT has a construction site. There's some construction going on 500 South. And so that impacted the water line.
Are they the ones?
That I don't know.
Doing the 500 South.
So I don't have
That's different.
I don't have the what is it, the causation, the reason, like I don't have that. But there's on that street where the hole is, there's construction and that's UDOT's construction.
Right, right.
So all the flooding caused by like drain, or was it just like a pipe burst?
It was mainline break.
But what made it?
Yeah, I can see. I was there.
Oh,
Responded that evening, and the break was significant, and flooding was rapid. I mean, we couldn't even get sandbags there fast enough, or enough engine companies there to do anything. By the time the first engine got there, and I got there right after them, it was already knee deep in the streets, and there are already 5 homes with their basements full of water. We had to just go in and turn off the gas, so the pilot light goes out, and we're concerned about that. So we evacuated at least 5 to 7 families that night almost immediately due to the rapidity at which that water flooded. It was so I don't know what caused it, and there were no construction tools or apparatus or anything around the break. I have some photos. I can show you if you want, but it was significant and it was fast. And the flooding you can push over to Gillespie really quick as well.
yeah.
And there were people displaced there. So again, I can't speak to what caused it, but I can speak to having seen firsthand the speed at which that water flooded, and it was a challenge for the water department to get it shut off in any kind of time, just because the grade was so large and traveling, and the water was coming both directions, so they had to get both sides shut off. So
Thank you for your work. No, thank you for
Just
adding.
like so is this like when did this happen?
Sunday at 1 a.m. around that time.
A week ago.
I
Oh,
have like
Uh,
like I guess like a
August
conservation
16th.
city for just like minor flooding. It was when we had that like rainstorm that happened maybe last week or like a week and a half ago over like on 900 West and 600 South.
Okay.
Like I know that they like sort of worked on sort of like the sewer lines there and sort of like cleaning that up, but like for the first time in me living in my house, like water rose like it completely covered my sidewalk and like the street. It was just like water wasn't really flowing anywhere and it started to kind of create a flood pool
Okay.
in that area. So I guess my concern is like maybe have the city just take a look, make sure that there's no like blockage, so that way like next when we do get like a rainy season, that 600 South and 900 West doesn't like flood, I guess.
Are we talking from Fourth J South, that Emery that's been closed off?
Yes, around there. It's Emery.
so it's
between-
right here. So if you can see on the intersection, this is on 500 South, right down the street, and then this is Emery right here. So this is from standing on the corner, and this was the morning after.
So the flood is where?
So the sinkhole happened here, and the flood went all this hole did not exist from
500.
people. The hole was made from the water.
Okay.
So the construction that is being done ended basically right to the side, and right past the construction is where the main line broke, and it flooded all the homes to the west. So
To speak to you, Ricky, too, that happened at our place too with that big rainstorm. This is the second time it's happened in the 13 years that we've had our house. I think sometimes it just rains so much
Okay, yeah,
that
I'll
our sewer
like,
systems can't absorb it all, and so it takes a while.
okay, yeah, I'll be curious and navigate that.
River needs to.
But still no comparison. I mean, that break, that was a massive
Yeah, that was
amount of water
completely
that came out as he
Yeah.
described it. And anybody with a basement, I asked that question at our West Side Coalition meeting, how many basements were involved in, and there was a few, right? Yeah, of those 5, how many had basements?
Based on who I made contact with,
Yeah.
it's probably by 5 or 6, but there's 15 in total. So
Yeah.
and I can't give you the
Every one of those homes that I looked at also had a crawl space. So it may not be a full basement.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it's 3 or 4 feet
Well, yeah, that's like
below the
every.
backyards are flooded.
high.
And the topography there, just there's just so much low ground
Yeah,
that it just ran to the west and just filled those homes back there.
yeah.
Very sad.
So you'll keep us up to date if and we'll do our best to try to put the word out there. I mean, we have the community council has posted on social media. There is a funding page that was organized by residents. The West Side Coalition might be putting out a different one just because sometimes people are less likely to donate to a online platform if they don't know the people directly, and hopefully with something like the West Side Coalition can help with that. But we're still working with the residents because basically we want to support them in what they're doing and not try to overstep what they have going on. And so if you just keep us in the loop, that'd be great. So thanks for updating us on that.
Mhm. I was tabling at the We Connect block party at 9 and someone approached me that they tend to come to these meetings and was interested in ballpark next. So I brought the update here is that they're doing rezoning, and then there was a public hearing for public comment on August 18th, and then yesterday the council reviewed that proposal for rezoning. I don't know what the outcome was of that because I have not had time to go through their notes or look at the recording, but just so you know, that's where that's at in terms of mixed use for this landmark. So
And that's the one on 13th South. Or are you talking about the ballpark over here?
Park.
Yeah.
ballpark.
Ballpark.
13th South.
Yeah. Old ballpark. Power, not power. Not the power district, not the tentative Major League Baseball stadium that might eventually go in.
There you go.
Yeah.
13th South and Main.
Yes, thank you.
Because it's not a elevator.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes, Friday.
Yeah. Come 6 to 9.
Be there, guys.
It's fun. There's music. Why you want to speak to it?
It's fun too, but you
That
can't.
was a really great get together.
Yeah. It was
All attended. And it was really good.
Fantastic.
Do it again on Friday.
We're gonna do it again on Friday.
And it's going to be even funner.
And those of you who
Yeah,
did
'cause
not
I'll
attend,
finally
you will learn more about what?
learn about the project.
Activity.
Yeah.
You have the recommendations. I mean, it's
Yeah.
supposed okay
We have the recommendations set up for
the west side east side
site
connection.
connection. They're looking for people to kind of give feedback, and hopefully, I believe they're voting, right? It's the voting that's happening. I'm not.
Not on Friday, no. Basically, we've narrowed like 17 projects down to about 7.
Okay.
And so when you get there, we'll walk you through these 7 projects that we have narrowed it down to, and then everybody gets an opportunity to vote on their favorites. So you'll get a little bag of coins, and there's some boxes with each project, and you can put your 10 tokens in whatever project you'd like to see
Gonna
forward.
tell everybody, please vote for 13 South because I saved that from the jaws of the abyss. It was gonna get cut,
It was
and
gonna
I
get
brought it back. So
I'll retaliate with Ninth South.
no, that sounds already
You
has
saw it.
attention.
I'll retaliate in seconds.
200.
I'm listening. No.
All right. So we have welcoming week, which is scheduled for September 12th from 12 to 6 p.m. And it'll be at the Salt Lake Community Center. And let's see. So Salt Lake County and Salt Lake City is partnering up to host this event, and it's called. I think there's a theme. Oh yeah, thank you. Better Together Neighborhood Fest, the courage to connect. So we invite you to attend. I think you all are invited, or you've been a part of this welcoming week celebration in the past. So
Yeah, when they had it at the library.
They've hosted events at the Chapman Library before, and
Okay.
we've been involved with that.
okay, great. Please come. All right. So let's see. Is this still happening? Yes. Okay. So Salt Lake City continues to host recycling events and providing residents with opportunities to recycle various materials. There's no registration; it's optional. You all are being invited to participate in a survey through Shape SLC for us to understand what other types of recycling events you would like to see. that would best serve your neighborhood. So please go to that QR code or to that website to provide your suggestions. Let's see, are we past the 22nd? What's today?
26.
26, you're right. So there's one coming up, Charm event. It's at Yale Crest, September 19th from 9 to 12 p.m. So yeah, please provide your feedback on that. We have a new mural, and the selected artist is named Jihoon Lee Lodge. She's a Korean-born Salt Lake City-based artist working across painting, drawing, installation, and public arts. She was selected to create the new mural on Stephen Kessler's Out of the Blue sculpture. It's called Open Your Eyes, and it's draws inspiration from the Great Salt Lake skies and movement of water. Painting is scheduled to begin. It's already begun, I believe, late August to continue through September, bringing new life to the city's most recognizable landmark. Just wanted to share that.
Where is that gonna be?
909, 900 South, 900 East.
Oh,
The statue's already there. They're repainting it.
it's a mural, right?
The mural's on
The mural
on
is
the
It's on the-
they're
They're
repainting.
repainting the
I'll make sure to add the locations in the future, the address on there. Okay, great. So Salt Lake City has been awarded 11.5 million through the Bezos Earth Fund's Greening America Cities initiative to expand trees, parks, and green space along the 9-line corridor and the future Fleet Block open space. This Salt Lake City is one of 8 U.S. cities selected to receive funding in 2026, supporting efforts to create cooler, greener, and more accessible public spaces for residents. If you want to provide future feedback or just want project updates, go to shapeslc.gov for that. And I just posted what Public Lands offers in terms of events for the community for the month of August. So we are on the 26th. Is today the 26th? So tomorrow they have Jefferson Jams from 6 to 8 p.m. at Jefferson Park, and then Junior Rangers, that's on Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. at Glendale Park, and then Pilates in the Park, that's at Donner Trail Park, Sunday from 9 to 10 a.m. If you have not received a mailer, you can go to this link and request one because it has,
And they do that every month.
yes, they have events that are supported by the Rangers program, community events, and volunteer events. So based on the color coding, well, that's what they're offering throughout the month.
Is Rangers are like kids? So Rangers.
Junior Rangers.
No, it's adult. It's an adult program. Yeah,
They have park rangers now
park rangers.
that are not police and not like maintenance people. That
Okay.
rangers.
Like the Rangers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I do know Public Lands also has like a Google Calendar. You can sign up and it automatically can populate your feed with stuff that they have going on, which is nice.
Go.
do you know?
All right. So the UTA is preparing your. So UTA is preparing for its fall change day. When route schedules and service adjustments are made, UTA implements service changes 3 times each year during spring, fall, and winter. So there's a 30-day public comment period between August 10th to September 9th. The virtual meeting is taking place now, or it's already finished because it's the 26th today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
And the rates are going up, $2.50 to $3.
Right. If you want to submit your comments, you can email them. You can make a phone call or mail, or you can go to visit the writeuta.com change day and provide your feedback that way. Okay. And then the last event is KRCL's Day in the Park. That is, let's see, this Saturday from 12 to 5 p.m. I will be there tabling, I think, from 3 to 5. And prior to that, it will be sustainability will be there tabling. And this event is supported through the mayor's office through the Arts, Culture, and Events ACE grant, which helps fund a local cultural programming and community engagement opportunities. And yeah, I hope to see you there. It's at the International Peace Gardens. Yes.
Well, even so, I'd double protect yourself. It could rain, that day.
Okay.
It's supposed to rain that day, so, extra barrier on your cover on the side or something would really help.
Okay.
Well, one
Thank
other
you.
city event, since Elisa's already up here, I just wanted to mention is that the city council is going to be doing one of the remote meetings next month, and it's the day before our next meeting. So it's the Tuesday night before our next community council meeting, and they're doing it at Fair Park instead of, I don't know, wherever they normally meet. So that's just another thing. If you want to connect with the city council, it's nice that they do stuff on our side of town to help us feel a little more included. So it's good to show up at those things. I don't know, complain to them about stuff. So
There's gonna be food available there.
Food available. Concerns, questions? I received your call, then I have a response for you. So
I know. You've
shall
been
we talk?
ignoring me.
No, I have not. I've had a lot on my plate.
I feel you too.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I've been dealing with DNR. Well, yeah, they've been out and they're taking part of that property out front. I mean, with the bridge getting taken out on 4 South
Uh-huh.
and they're raising the sidewalk that high. I told him, I said, you're gonna compensate me, and he goes, no. I said, okay, you would, but I paid for the damn property. Yeah,
Okay,
so,
let's talk after the meeting.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, and the
Response for you.
trees that are right up against that fence line,
Uh-huh.
they gotta be removed. They're gonna take that fence out. I mean, that walk, on the other side.
Yeah.
And that, it's gotta get cleaned and that alley's gotta get cleaned.
Okay. I'll involve urban forestry for that,
Thank you.
for the removal, if they consider that.
Consider it.
Well, yeah, not all trees should be removed or can be removed, or maybe trees need to be,
Relocated.
I've seen them
replanted
with big
elsewhere.
trees that grow and the fence, I mean, that little fence they go
It's up to urban forestry what they want to do with the tree, so, but I'll submit the request or submit the concern or the request.
okay, thank you, Alicia.
Okay.
All right, so now's the time with our community partners, and we have quite a few that we like. Not all of them have announcements. I see we have a couple people from the Salvation Army online. Let me give me 1 second. We're gonna stop sharing and make you big on our screen here. And if you'd like to unmute, I'm pretty sure we can hear you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, great. Any announcements? Anything going on with Salvation Army?
We did things, past month, we back to school, drove over, friends over, 400 plus backpack, with the community. Quite a few different agencies came and helped us out on that. Jackets, the kids, fun doing that. And I don't know if anyone's paying attention to the corner. We've lost a few buildings over there. We took those down. We've got some plans we're working on to on that was at 900.
4th and 9th.
Yeah, 4th and 9th. So we get some plans coming up there. We're hoping to possibly put in a community center there, but we still have some planning to go for that. And so yeah, a few things going on, and just continuing our normal community outreach, our food pantry, and just a few other items going on. Like
utility assistance, all that. And then we're very excited to be part of Groove in the Grove. I'll be there with my team. We'll have our canteen, serving free hot dogs, drinks, and all that. So we did that last year, and that was our first year. So we're very excited to do that again. So.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And if we have any questions or concerns, you can feel free to reach out directly. We have the contact info there. So thanks, guys. Do you have anything from Neighborhood House?
Yes. Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany Proctor. I am the community outreach coordinator, engagement coordinator for Neighborhood House. Just thank you for being here. And we're obviously, the Neighborhood House is a daycare for children and for adults. In case you didn't know, we provide for our families on a sliding scale, and we work with families to be able to afford this wonderful service. And of course, being a nonprofit and being a wonderful, wonderful daycare, we have lots and lots of opportunities for volunteerism. So please take a little piece of paper I have over here on the table over here that has a QR code to the whole list of opportunities that we have. We are currently looking for tutors to help our school age kids do better in reading. And so if you're interested, please go to our site at Neighborhood House, which is NHUtah.com, and that's where you'll find, or excuse me, and that's where you'll find all of our other opportunities. But currently looking for tutors. Every month we have family fun nights, which are exciting. So please take the opportunity to go to our site and look for those opportunities. And of course, everything is here on here if you want to take one home. Okay. Thank you so much. Just know that being a volunteer makes you a better person, and you are helping our people here, making their lives a lot better. So thank you.
Great, thank you. NeighborWorks is another community organization. I just came from the board meeting there. We have a board meetings right before this community meeting. Nothing huge happening, but they are still doing a lot of work on the Maltair lanes that are going in on 200 South and 1000 West. Eventually, it'll be a 13 unit, a bunch of homes, and it's a part of a land trust, public land trust, which is basically a way of keeping in the money, keeping it in an affordable way, and you gain equity instead of just paying rent in the property. And then when you move, you will be able to take some of that equity with you, but the rest of it goes back into the complex and continues being able to be a source for future developments and things for the community. So it's a great program. The other side, Village, I reached out to them and they have their like big gala event tonight, so they weren't able to make it. And then of course, the library always has good stuff. We have Liesel that's online, but she mentioned that there wasn't any major announcements to be made. And then there's always the Sorensen Unity Center, which is technically outside of the neighborhood boundaries, but it's still very much part of our neighborhood. And we are always excited for the things that are going on there. So these are just some of the, and then Fisher Mansion, anything Fisher Mansion-y?
Kind of a meeting at Fisher Beer in that last room on the corner there, where the engineers all showed up and showed everybody how they were engineering that new earthquake-proof facility for the entire building. So it'll end up being like a cube. So the thing won't go down with liquefaction and the vibrations and everything being so close to the river too. It'll just move around like a cube. So somebody offered to maybe make a laser printed Fisher Mansion in miniature. I don't know. Maybe Dan, maybe you can do that.
And I think in September sometime is the Fisher Brewery goes over there and they have their
Right.
community event. I have no idea what the date is,
Okay.
but I'm pretty
Yeah, we
sure
had-
sometime in
So
September.
We should
keep
yeah,
your,
it's out the ways.
keep your ear to the ground because
Yep.
September's almost here, right?
We haven't had a meeting, sorry.
Great. We have a couple updates from the council here directly. First off, we have our organizational input page. We mention this about every month. There's something new on there now that you should probably check out if you want. There is plans to put in a speedy gas station on Redwood Road and 400 South on the across from the Maverick.
So over the
It's like the TO's auto.
Second, it's currently an auto. It's an auto sales.
this
Yeah,
west
on the west side.
west side. If you say directly across, that could be multiple. You got different directions.
So, but that information is there on our organizational input page. I think they just sent that out this week. So whenever there's new things that go on, there's like a 45-day period for feedback. The community council ourselves, we usually don't chime in unless it's something that we feel really strongly yes or no about. A lot of times our voice is just as important as your voice as an individual resident. So you sending an email generally carries just about as much weight as us sending an email on behalf of the neighborhood kind of thing. Um, just meaning that if you feel strongly about something, you don't have to tell us. You can write it yourself, and you can tell us, and then we can get that on our radar as well. A lot of the variances that go up on here are sometimes big citywide changes that are going on, or sometimes it's for an individual property that wants to go from being a single family to be able to put a duplex on there. And sometimes they're bigger things. We've had ones where they were trying to put a 10-story apartment complex next to the Summum facility, and that was one where we spoke up about,
Yep.
but they also, anyways, there's other things that we probably didn't have much of an effect, and it's not going forward, but it hasn't moved forward yet, which has been good. But we just want to mention that as well. The community input is one of the ways that we're able to try to get that out without trying to bombard you. So we have that up on our website. We want to thank, when I say we, I mean me, because I'm the one that put on the event. But I want to thank the Community Council for being one of the sponsors of the Park Performances event. We had one in June and we had one in August. August, we had West Side Dance perform. We had Sycamore Slim playing the guitar, and then Michelle, who's one of the residents here, playing the violin. We ended up getting pizzas and donuts as a very healthy Saturday night treat for those that were in attendance. And it was a fun event. Poplar Grove Community Council has been a sponsor of that event for many of the years. And so I appreciate that because, it costs money to pay for food and stuff and hire people. So we also want to mention an event that the community council put on. Just if you didn't know, we had a Dino Disco that went on July 23rd. It was to celebrate Cosmo, the new statue that went in. And so we had a photo booth set up. We had the artist Garth made it out as well. We had Dino Nuggets and Dino Cookies and grapes. They weren't dino grapes. They were just and little plastic dinosaurs. The pictures are up on our Facebook in an album there as well from the photo booth. And it was a good time to celebrate our neighborhood. We want to be pointing out the good things that are happening here as well, and fun was had all around. Thanks to all those that helped put into that. We want to mention next month we are changing things up a little bit. We are having the meeting the same time, but not at the same place. So we've been invited by the Other Side Village to have our meeting at their facility. So in September, we're going to be doing that over there at the Other Side Village, and their location is at 1882 West Indiana Avenue. So if you're going down Indiana, it's just the other side of Redwood Road, and it's part of the Other Side Village. Our meeting will be at the same time it always is at 7 p.m. But if you would like to have a tour of the facility, meet at 6 and they will take about a half-hour tour to walk through. They kind of show you the main office space, and then they take you around and you get to actually get to go into one of the model homes that they have. It's a tiny home community that's set up there. They're still in the process of finishing the ones in the front, and the main goal is to have sort of a Airbnb type housing right in the front, with maybe about 20 really unique units. And then they have, I think, currently somewhere in the ballpark of 50, 60 units that are currently built, with the goal eventually to build all the way back into the hundreds of units. But it'll be an opportunity to see their facility there. So we're going to try to make the word get out. I know, tell your neighbors that aren't here today that we won't be here at this building next month. Just one time, we're going to go over there. We'll be back here after September. So put that on your calendars. And that's it for the Poplar Grove Community Council direct announcements. Uh, oh, I don't even, where did that go? Yeah, sorry. I don't even have a slide for it, but Groove in the Grove, our big event, is coming up next month. It'll be on September 26th. It's the fourth Saturday in September. It'll be right outside the police precinct on 700 South. It's actually 1040 West. And it'll be an awesome party. Karen here has been putting in tons of work to get that together. We're gonna have live performances from a bunch of the local groups that we love, and it's gonna be a whole bunch of fun with that. They'll probably be face painting, maybe. It'll be face painting, photo booth. There'll be tacos. We already heard Salvation Army is going to have hot dogs. We're gonna have lots of different activities going on and dozens of local organizations tabling at the event. So it'll be a good time. We're gonna have a all ages beer garden with soda beers. With some fun soda that the community council is going to be providing free of charge to those attending as well. And then you're going to get insights into some new swag that the community council is going to be rolling out. So stay tuned for that as well. It's 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so it's going to be late morning into the early afternoon. So make sure you're telling your neighbors. We'll try to get more words out, and we will have our next community council meeting right beforehand to give one last push. But we want to make sure that you get that on your calendars as well. Thank you for the reminder.
One note, astrologically, that's going to be a full moon that day, and so that'll be cool.
So
Sky, a big full moon.
yeah, beware.
Well, if we could see it in the clouds.
Awesome. Well, great. We now have time to turn it over to our public presentations, and we have let's see. Oh, did we lose her?
She was on there.
She was on here. Of course, the moment that we have to turn over to her, looks like she might be off right now. And that was mainly the only presentation that we had.
Who was giving the presentation?
It was Stacy?
Poplar is preservation in Utah.
Yeah. Well, Preservation Utah is planning on doing a tour of historic homes and locations, and they're going to do one here in Poplar Grove.
Also the one that's facilitating the restoration on the Fisher Mansion, so.
I mean,
I thought that event was in September as well.
were they doing one in September as well? I just had what they had initially that they had one on October 17th.
Actually, I think if you look at the calendar, I think it's actually September.
September 17th?
I don't know that for sure, but that's what I had on my calendar
Okay.
because I was interested.
Great. I was just hoping that maybe if I stalled for a little bit longer that they would show up. Well, let's I guess we'll go to public comments. Is there any other public comment things that people wanted to bring up?
Yeah, Salt Lake Fish and Game Foundation would like to do a presentation at our upcoming meeting. They're out there to the other side. It's about a 10-minute presentation. Just an update, basically, of progress or lack of progress on our wetland preserve on 9th South on the Oxbow. So that we'll give a report since it was our idea in the first place, and we're kind of following its progress or its quote unquote lack of progress. So we're planning to give the same presentation to the Glendale Community Council at that same time.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank
We
you.
did it once before. In fact, the presentation might be identical to the one that I gave years ago because nothing has changed.
Yeah, see. Oh, it is October.
October 17th.
Oh, there.
Okay, I was thinking it was September. Anyway, these are always very interesting.
Yeah, it looks like the cost will be $15 per ticket for residents have a discount. I think non-members or non-residents are $20, day of 30. But it's a cool tour where they show around, and this is our art castle, which is right off of 900 West, which has its own storied history as well. So yeah, it's too bad the connection must have gotten lost there at the last minute. They've almost endured the end. They got through all the rest of the stuff until it was their turn. But since it's in October, maybe they might tune back in on our next meeting
Yeah,
as well.
I'll talk to them. Okay.
But it's a lot because if you have neighbors or anyone who has a cool house.
Yeah, and they were promoting that, and not just the houses, anything historic that preservation group was interested in. It could be a bridge. Well, just kidding.
So are they, because we actually got a letter. I just assumed they were sending it to
Last meeting,
everybody.
the mural hadn't
But
yet
do you think
been
they maybe
painted.
send it to us just because our house is cool?
Okay, yeah.
What?
I think I was going to put one on, but I couldn't find a good picture. Just by way of announcement, we just also wanted to mention, I guess as a public comment, if you didn't know that the Poplar Grove Community Council, which was really Dan and Karen, spearheaded getting a mural put up on the side of the police precinct, a very cool peacock mural. And let me see if I can get a picture of that up for us here. And I don't, do you want to report on how you felt like the project went? And
Thought it went well. I think it looks good. It was fun. We had really great participation. Anyway, it pretty much came off without a hitch. Yeah, it was a fun project. We appreciated everybody who came out, even those who didn't live in our neighborhood. So that was cool. Oh, there it is.
it's kind of a blurry picture, but that's what it looks like.
It's really cool.
It's very cool, and it's very visible from the Jordan River Trail, and it gives good representation for our neighborhood. So,
I like how the sun makes the peahat look like she's a saint.
Saint Pearl, Pearly Gates. All right.
Beatrice.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we the community council bought some ice cream novelties. So we have some ice cream here. Sorry, online folks, you can't have it because we can't put that online. But we invite you to tell your neighbors about next month's meeting there at the Other Side Village. And until we meet next time, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it.
And remember to come to We Connect on Friday.
Yeah, we can go Friday.
Guadalupe Park.
Wait, does that mean we get donuts next time?
I think that mural's the reason that they also, I have an interview to be